we had a huge fight one night, and that Apollo guy was. Oh yeah, I was in the bathroom. How many times have you heard that, sir? No, I'm not kidding. How many times have you heard? Oh man, I just got back from the bathroom. I heard there was a big rumble. Yeah, you missed it again.
Yeah. Maybe 2 occasions that happened with him. Yeah. One time it was really bad. We had a huge fight in front of, of course you remember, Vertigo?
Oh, of course. Yeah. That's
you and I worked there. Is that I think that's the club you and I met at.
That's where we met, but I don't remember if it was 20 West, DAOS, Vertigo, or...
It was Vertigo, because I'd never been to 20 West. I heard of it.
It's the same place. It's the same thing.
Oh, right.
But I didn't know which incarnation it was. It was also called something else. Vertigo, 20 West, DAOS.
Right.
Wonderbar?
No.
No.
Lucifer, I don't know if you remember, Lucifer introduced me to you.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Lucifer. I remember.
Okay.
Because I met you at Vertigo. That's when we first met. And that was in I want to say
94, 95?
No, 97.
97? Okay.
It was in 97. Because I met no.
Earlier.
It was 90. It was earlier, like 95, 96. It was right around the time that Biggie Smalls died.
Which was
94, 96.
He died in 96, I think.
Yeah. It was a couple of months prior to his death.
Okay.
When you and I met. Because I was the one that told you I didn't like him. Because he got stupid with one of the patrons in the club. And I didn't know who he was. And you told me, you said, that's Biggie Smalls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as a matter of fact, so after that, you wasn't there this particular night. You was working somewhere else, and a big fight broke out back then because you talking to girls, you're distracted, you can get us killed.
Right.
And because of him being distracted and trying to get a girl's number, one of the bouncers got beat down real bad. I'll never forget that.
Huh.
Yeah. But he did it. He had a bunch of excuses for it, man. And then another time he did it, and that was when I pretty much severed our friendship.
Right.
Yeah.
There were, I don't know, I'm sure you remember this too, but specifically at the tunnel, these guys were all, most of these guys, and I'm not just talking about felons or criminals. I couldn't care any less about that. But these guys were like born criminals,
Oh, the security you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end of the night, if like there was a big brawl, they would start calling each other out. So why is Jacob getting the same amount of money we are when during the fight I saw him hiding behind a bunch of the patrons?
Yeah.
And then they would take your money, Jake.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, no, I'm just going to take his money. It's okay. And they would rob each other.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't jump in, if you were a punk, they would rob you.
Yeah. Yeah. You remember, who was good for that? Big G. Remember Big G?
Big G.
Yeah, Big G, man. He real big guy, wore glasses.
Yeah. G. Okay, yeah. G.
Yeah, he was notorious for that.
That's who I was talking about.
He was notorious for that, man.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
I remember somebody jokingly tried to pull that on me when they was paying everybody, and somebody said, yeah, man, but Apollo, he wasn't even around when this happened, and Big G said, you may want to keep your mouth shut. You talking about Apollo, but the guy who was joking, around
right.
to see who would try to get my money.
Right.
And I said, you chumps could try that if you want.
Yeah.
I said, but I'm getting paid tonight.
Yep.
But the tunnel, man, I was telling Jacob, they had to walk around in groups because it was so bad in there, man.
Yep. No, a lot of times at clubs, if they have enough security, you'll walk around in twos. At the tunnel, you walked around in a minimum of 3.
A minimum.
Right.
Bare minimum 3 or 4.
Yep.
I never walked around with anybody there.
I didn't know.
I never want, God is my witness. I refuse to walk around with those dudes, man, because I always felt, man, if you couldn't handle it, man, you shouldn't even be in the club.
Right.
I always felt that way. Till my last day in the club, I couldn't understand how these dudes would walk around like that, man, in groups. I said, nah. Unless you were head of security,
Right.
like you were all the time, then that's understandable, man, because you had to call the shots. You know what I mean? And I understood with guys that were head of security, but I couldn't, because I couldn't trust them, dude. A lot of them dudes I didn't trust, man.
Right.
Unless it was like you, Lucifer, or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but guys like Big G, I trusted. Bolo, I trusted. What's the other guy, man? Real good in martial arts. What was his name? What was his name, man? You know him. He was real good in martial arts.
Real good in martial arts.
He was with Bolo all the time. Alpha, what I thought he was. Alpha.
They were always teamed up. They were best friends.
Right. I trusted Alpha a lot because he was real thorough in terms of he had your back.
He did. He wasn't afraid of anyone.
No, he was gonna throw down. There was a few guys that was in the mix, man, and you knew. But there was a lot of guys I just didn't trust.
Right.
Because I knew I was gonna trust me. You know, like the time, I don't know if you heard about the time I got jumped in Vertigo by them 4 Spanish guys with the razors.
No.
Oh yeah, man. Yep. I'll never forget that.
I had a guy always had like a puss face on.
Right.
He was one of those jailhouse dudes. He used to smoke all the time. He got jumped on a night. I don't even think he was working. I think he was hanging out and got jumped by a bunch of white guys over at the Palladium. And he was telling people, oh, Glen was standing there and he walked away. And everybody was like, get the fuck out of here. The last thing Glen is ever going to do is walk away.
Yeah.
Glen wasn't afraid of anybody.
I never heard no crap like that. But
no, he said it. He did say it. And I just laughed at him because everybody just was like, get the fuck out.
Everybody knew. I knew. I knew that definitely because I heard too many stories. And I was there at the Vertigo a couple of times when you could have wrecked people in and I knew it. And I said, he could wreck people. Glen could wreck people. And so, you know, but anyway, you ain't all that.
No, I'm not. But I'm certainly not a punk.
I'm only kidding with you, man.
That's okay. Yeah.
There was one club Muhammad was talking about that was in Brooklyn. That was
not Calico. Callaloo.
Was it Callaloo?
Callaloo. Yeah, he's talking about
the Jamaican club.
Yeah, the Jamaican club on Ocean Park, not Ocean Parkway, on Ocean. What's the other one?
Ocean Avenue?
No, not Ocean. It's the Parkway where they have all the, what do you call it at, sir? I can't read it. Where they have the Caribbean American
Eastern Parkway.
Eastern Parkway, right? It was on Eastern Parkway and Nostrand.
Yeah, he said it was crazy over there.
It was.
Yeah, well, I worked there. That's the club where they cut the dude, caught his girlfriend cheating, and he went out, got a knife, came back, started cutting up everybody. You remember? I don't know if you heard about that.
No.
And me, it was only me and one other bouncer, and we handled it. Yeah, we had to, when it was over, we had to come and get him. Yeah, he came back in cutting up people. He whoever he walked into, he cut him up.
Wow.
I'll never forget. And I made her run to the back, and me and another guy, I don't remember who the guy was. Me and him, got the dude. We was able to take the dude out.